Hey folks, welcome to Burl Sports. We will get rolling here in just a minute. Make sure the stream's coming through all right before we get started. Looking good on YouTube. Double check Facebook and then we'll get rolling. All right, looks good on both platforms. What's up, Christian? What's up, Steve? Good to see you all in the chat. Do feel free to interact there. What's up, Old Gum? We've got, hey, what's up, Steve? We've got 3 good breaks tonight. 54 Bowman baseball set break. We've got a 58 Topps football set break. And we've got a 1999 Fleer Force basketball box break. That football and basketball break have bonus spots in this autograph 58 Topps set break, which, you know, sales are plugging along, which is cool. Looking good so far. I do expect it to take, 2 or 3 more weeks to sell this one out just because of the value. But 120 spots in or so, I'm feeling pretty good about that. But if you do want to buy into this break at the pre-sale price, you should do so today because this pre-sale price ends today. Then just kind of lets me know, okay, how hard am I going to have to push to, as far as advertising, that kind of stuff to sell the rest of these out. So little discount to those of you buying early so I can gauge interest. And then, yeah. All right, what else do I got? Hope you all had having a great week. Didn't do live stream last week. Kids were on fall break, so we took a little trip to the Northeast. If you've been hanging around the breaks for long, you know that me and the fam have started a project of trying to visit the highest point in every state. So we knocked off 4 high points last week. Made it up to the Northeast. Did a little hiking in New Jersey, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island. Not much of a high point in Rhode Island, just kind of on the side of the road. But what are you gonna do? Can't all be winners as far as adventuresome hikes. But it was a good time. We ate some good food and good quality time together. What's up, Joe, Marty J? Good to see you all in the chat. But that's where I was last week. Let's see, one more little plug before we get rolling. So if you haven't checked out the Classic Cardboard community, I would encourage you to do that. Some of you are in it and aren't fully leveraging your benefits yet, so I'm going to try to help you with that at some point. But giving away, quite a few set break spots so far. We got some more giveaways that will be coming. But if you've subscribed, you might as well get in the giveaways. You just click enter. Now, I intended to do this 58 during the live stream, but I set this up when I was in the Eastern time zone, and yeah, so it went off at 9:30 Eastern instead of Central, which was totally my bad. But just some winners that have populated throughout the week, so some good stuff. And look, I said 11:12. It's 10:12. It's not It's not November yet. I've not done Mount Washington yet. No, trying to knock off the easier ones before we start to do ones that are a little more rigorous. So decided to save um, New Hampshire, Vermont, and particularly Maine for when the boys are a little older. But we figure that'll be a good trio in New York too when we get to those. But the main high point's a little more rigorous, so we're gonna save that till the youngest is a little older. He's 8 right now. So what's up, Greg? Good to see you in the chat, man. It's been a minute. But yeah, on these giveaways, make sure you get in them. Also, you've got stack shipping benefits if you don't just want your cards right away and you're cool with like once a month shipments. You can get free shipping or even discount. You know, if your order qualifies for free shipping, you can still get a $5 discount on your order if you just want to stack ship those if you're in this classic cardboard community. So if you're set break regular, it's going to pay for itself pretty quickly if you take advantage of that. So it's just $10 a month. It's a community we want to grow. Me and Jeff Tomlin, who participates in the break sometimes, JTech Aggie on X, have some good slab giveaways and competitions coming up too. So keep an eye out there. All right, enough of that. Our 3 breaks, we're going to do 54 Bowman first. We'll do 58 top second, and then we'll hop in on the basketball box to wrap things up tonight. Mentioned some of those giveaways. Congrats to Derek and Yaron for winning free spots in the classic cardboard community. Congrats to J Diggs 1973 for winning a free spot on I think he was on X. Little note on the 54 Bowman checklist before we get too far. You can see Ted Williams here is operating as card number 66 in this checklist. We randomize our list of names, so whoever comes out in spot number 66 will be the winner of Ted Williams. But there are 2 number 66s in the break. Jim Pearsall is also number 66. He's going to serve as card number 225. So if that makes sense. We don't read through all 225 names, or 132 in the case of the football break in a minute. We'll read through the hits. I'll show those on the live stream, and then we'll post the full list sorted by participant as soon as I'm done with the broadcast. So yeah, that's how we do this. However many spots you bought, how many cards you're going to get. We started out with a limit of 5. After that first day was over, opened that up, and some of you tacked on some more spots. Appreciate that to help us fill it out. All right, so this is the time where I need your help deciding how many times we're going to randomize our list. So let's put numbers in the chat between or including. Let's do between or including 4 and 9. The third number in the chat is how many times we will randomize the 54. The fourth number in the chat is how many times we'll randomize the 58 football. And the fifth number in the chat is how many times we'll randomize the box break for the Fleer Force. Okay, I'll pull this over so we can count together. Who says this isn't an educational program? All right, so Old Gum came in at 3, 4. Damon's got us with 5 randoms on the 1954. That means Marty and Christian have us with 9 randoms on the 58 and the 99. Thank you all for helping me out with those numbers. I really appreciate it. So, those are our randoms. Cool. We do use random.org's list randomizer. Maybe just a little bigger. Okay. So 5 randoms coming your way. Here is 1, We have 225 items in our list. That's a good thing. There's 2, 3. Absolutely. Good luck, everybody. 4 and 5. So we got John on top. We got Paul on bottom. Okay. So I'll make this a little bigger, and then I'm going to shift the camera view so we can see more cards and less spreadsheet. Because this ain't a Monday, folks. All right. No offense to Mondays. But. Card number 1, Phil Rizzuto. Old Scooter going to John Lapertosa. Sorry, adjust the camera there. The 54 Bowman is a fun set. It really focused on the photography, as Bowman did in 1953 as well. This time we've got the little nameplate at the bottom, which adds a little fun to the design. Some photographs better than others. I particularly like the Nellie Fox. Going to Matt Pottle. There's one of those giveaway spots popping up for Derek, getting the number 8 Jim Busby. Richie Ashburn, one of the rougher cards in the set, going to Matt Pottle. Low to mid-grade overall, but some of these are really nice. Ted Williams, of course, is particularly difficult card. Here's Orestes Miniminoso. He is 38, going to Matt Pottle as well. Here's another one of those giveaway spots for Yaron, getting card number 40, Gil Cohn. Cohen. Forgive me. One of my aphasia moments. Ralph Kiner going to Paul Ganem. George Kell going to John Lapertosa. Wilhelm is 57, going to Doug Mazeppa. Wilhelm in particular is a nice looking card. Pee Wee Reese, very next card. Going to Charles Anderson. All right, next card is not a hit, but it is a hit for me. I've shown the Bob Schultz a few different times. Going to Patrick Sturgeon. Nothing special here other than the fact that the very first vintage, in my mind, vintage card I owned, and I still own, is a Bob Schultz that my dad bought for me at an antique mall back when I was, 7 or 8 years old. So partial to the Schultz there. Yeah, Patrick, your copy there is way better than the one I got when I was a kid. Enos Slaughter, going to Brian Smith. Mentioned the photography is a little all over the place, 1950s. Enos looks sunburned. I don't know if he's sunburned. Could just be a camera thing. I feel like it's a camera thing. All right, now we do have 4 hits in a row, so you're probably going to see more than one name. So when I scroll, Ed Matthews is next. He's 64. Going to Jim Hammernick. Bowman Mantle. Going to Jake O'Donnell. Beckett 4 on this mantle. Always early 50s mantles, mid-grade. Nice additions to the collection. Congrats there, Jake. Great card. Topps and Bowman were hot and heavy in their contract disputes, signing players to exclusives. Mantle, of course, no Topps card in 1954. Signed an exclusive with Bowman. The inverse is true of Mr. Ted Williams, which is why this one is short printed. Williams pulled from production after he signed an exclusive with Topps, but it's still out there, and they just replaced him on the sheet with another Jim Pearsall. But the 66 Ted Williams going to Kevin Casper, PSA 4. Really tough card. Classy. All right. Another thing about it, I don't know if Ted was exclusive with Topps, or if Bowman didn't have the rights and they thought they did. Now I'm overthinking it. But Ted definitely signed with Topps because he's bookends a 54 Topps set. But he also has a 54 Wilson Franks, which is why I'm second guessing myself. Anybody know the story there? If not, I'll have to do some research. Jim Gilliam going to Mike O'Leary. Beautiful color on this Gilliam. Like that card a lot. Larry Doby going to Eric Doherty. Doby's another great card. Sitting on the dugout steps. Stadium in the background. Good stuff. Mays, what was an MVP winner in 1954. He's card number 89, going to Mike Susitz. There's the Mays. Nice card for you, Mike. We got Roy Campanella next for Kevin Kelly. Robin Roberts, card number 95, going to Lee Heffley. Don Larson is 1-on-1, going to Philip Totolo. Shane Dienst, 110, going to Jeremy Mariquin. For you Cardinal lovers out there. Marty Wisbinski snagging the Andy Pafko. Hank Bauer, 129. Went to David Garrick. Bob Feller, 132. Went to Aaron Hervey. Hodges is 138, going to Mark Casada. We got Billy Martin next at 145, going to Joe Driver. Don Newcomb, 154, going to Tony Cipriano. Newcomb's another great card. Love this image. In particular, I like the Baby Ruth candy bar billboard in the back. Got some grandstands. That's a good card. Yogi Berra was your other MVP winner in 1954. Berra going to Damon Schrauner. Back at 4 on this Berra. Early win going to Kevin Kelly. Duke Snyder. 170 going to Joe Driver. Mighty Ford, 177 is actually the last hit we're going to look at. Going to Pete Paparizos. Let's see, let's find our other free spot here. Always like pointing out where the free spots landed. I must have just missed it as we were scrolling. Or did I not leave the parenthetical in? Oh, yeah, because, no, yeah, I just didn't leave just need an FS. There we go. Jerry Coleman for you. Jay getting the Jerry. Just DM me your shipping info when you get a chance. And, yeah. So that does it for the 54 Bowman break. We'll hop into the football break next, but let me shuffle things around for just a second. We've got football in full swing. I'm ready for it to be over. It's painful being an Auburn fan these days, and my NFL fantasy team's terrible. I'm going to be 1-5 after this week. It's yeah, my youngest is at the point where he cares about football, and he was so happy in the first half of the Georgia game last night. If you didn't watch, Auburn played great in the first half. Well, the first 28 minutes. Then a call didn't go our way, and then just kind of unraveled. And he was so happy for the first 28 minutes of that game, and he was in tears, within just a couple of minutes after halftime. It was obvious that it wasn't going to go well for us. But anyways, he's young enough where he can still cry about a football game and not be totally out of place. But I wanted to cry. That's how I felt too. All right, enough of me rambling about my bitter fandom. We've got a 58 Topps football break next. Jim Brown certainly would have been a fantasy stud if fantasy had existed during his illustrious career. But let's take a quick look at the checklist. Congrats to Sean Taylor for winning the social media free spot on this one. I think that was on Facebook. Then Doug Myers won the spot that was given away in the classic cardboard community. If you do want to get in on that community, again, tons of giveaways. If you're in the set breaks all the time, you might as well, because the stack shipping benefit I'm just going to put a link to where you can subscribe to that in the chat if you like. In the meantime, we're going to dig in here. As I mentioned in the listing description, if you read it, there are 5 bonus spots in the 58 baseball autograph set break. Those are highlighted throughout here. So whoever hits card number 26, Ken Kontz, also gets a 58 auto spot. So those are worth, about 125 bucks a piece. So nice little bonus hits. I figure it's a nice consolation prize if you get 1 spot away from Jim Brown. So each of those, 61, 63, get a 58 spot, spot 88, and then spot 124. So that's where those 5 spots are on this checklist. We decided earlier that we're randomizing this list 9 times. 9 times. So 9 randoms coming your way. Right, so here is 132 items in our list. That's a good thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, we got Marty on top, and we got Marty on bottom. So Marty's bookending us. Okay, so let's get this view shifted back. We'll see where the chips fall. Okay, now we can see. Bobby Lane here is our first hit, spot number 2. Going to Andrew Goldman. Lenny Moore, card number 10. Going to Mike Mayville. There's old Lenny. Robustelli, going to Yaron. Johnny Yu, he's spot number 22. Going to Yaron as well. Hey, Mike. Good to see you, man. We said your name earlier in the baseball break. I don't remember which card it was, I'm sorry. But get those results up after the broadcast. Hope you're doing well, man. Right, Patrick Sturgeon snagging the first 58 auto spot to go along with card number 26. We got Bobby Dillon going to Alan Stewart. Chuck Bednarek for Greg Ritzer. Greg, first time saying your name tonight. A little Bednarek action for you. There's that classic cardboard spot of Doug's coming in with card number 41. We got Luke Rosa for Christian Wagner. Oh, Mike, I'm sorry to hear that those issues are still lingering around for you. Burl Morale going to Don McIntosh. All right, that means we are into our next big hit here is the Jim Brown. Now the Jim Brown is ungraded. I mostly just didn't want to wait on it to get back because grading is slow these days. So it's crease free. There's a little corner push up here that you can see just a little bit. So I think it's a 3 or a 4, depending on how harsh they are on that corner. Nice Jim Brown rookie. He's card number 62. Going to Christian Wagner. Nice hit, Christian. Great addition to the collection. We got Giants team card along with a 58 auto set break spot. Going to Kevin Casper. And then Mike Heffelfinger's also picking up a 58 spot as well in that auto break. Right, card number 70 is the next hit. Oh, negative. Bart Starr, card number 66 is the next hit. Going to Andrew Goldman. Nice hit there for you, Andrew. Now card number 770, Jack Christensen for Aaron. Frank Gifford, card number 73, going to Mike O'Leary. Go Mike. Little Gifford. Jack Butler going to Aaron Hervey. I like the ones where we get the circle going down into a nameplate. I don't know. Looks like an egg to me. Lou Creekmer is 81. Going to John Lapertosa. Y.A. Tittle. Card number 86. Going to Mike Mayville. Mark Odenwelder is picking up an 88 baseball auto set break spot. Along with card number 88. Leo Nomalini going to Don McIntosh. Oh, that's really cool, Mike. The Sonny Jurgensen going to Kevin Casper. X-Men card there. Roosevelt Brown is 102. Lots of Hall of Famers through here that I didn't pull just because they're not huge names. But here's Roosevelt Brown. Roosevelt Brown. Roosevelt. Going to Michael Barron. Speaking of Barons, we've got Eddie LeBaron. 112 going to Alan Stewart. Raymond Berry is card 120. Hugh McElhaney, 122, going to Chris Gangi. The last 58 baseball auto spot going to Yaron with card number 124. Ollie Matson going to Aaron Hervey. And then George Blanda, 129, also going to Aaron Hervey. So that does it for, well, let's see, where'd our free spot end up on this one? Sean snagged the John Carson, card number 47. Sean, make sure you send me your shipping info when you get a chance. While I shuffle things around and get set up for this box break, if you are near Nashville or want to be near Nashville this coming weekend, big Nash, Nashional, National. It will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the fairgrounds in Nashville. Really big show, biggest show in the South. 800 tables. I don't know how many he's got this time. It's a bunch. But it should be good fun. I'm setting up, so swing by, say hello, and hopefully we can sell some cards, buy some cards, talk about cards, you know, card stuff. All right, so we'll do the Fleer Force box next. Every spot in this one gets the contents of a pack. 24 packs, and then one participant will get a 58 auto spot. So we'll randomize the list an extra time after we're done with the box break, and whoever comes out on top after that extra random will get the 58 auto spot. But let's see, we decided earlier, yeah, we're randomizing this list 9 times as well. And again, this spot determines your pack order. So we'll work all the way down a column. So pack 1 is top left, pack 24 is bottom right. We'll work all the way down a column before we move to the next one. That's how that works. And then, yeah, so let's randomize this list and then see what we hit. All right. Okay, 9 randoms coming your way. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so Tony's got pack 1, Mark's got pack 24. Roll through these really quick just so you can see where they are if you need to pop out for a little bit. I'm always a little slow opening packs, so some people are like, forget you. I'm going to go back and watch it in triple speed when you're done, which is totally understandable. But right, I've got my sleeves here. We're going to shift our view around. Not that view, this view. Okay. So we've got our Fleer Force box. We're going to break this one. Every person's getting the contents of a pack. Hobby box, 24 packs, 5 cards per pack. We're looking for really autographs of Vince Carter, the big chase, inserts, and insert parallels. Force field parallels are the better ones. Special Forces, Mission Accomplished, fall in 1 in 12 packs, with the force field parallels of those being 1 in every 48. So we'll see how things go. But we've got our participant list here. So Tony Kuda's packs up first, but let's get into the box. We did open one of these, I don't know, last month maybe, and did get one of the Sergeant Carter, Vince Carter cards that fall like 1 in every 300 packs. It wasn't the autograph version though. Right. Pack number 1, from the top left. Cherokee Parks, Jamal Mashburn. Say we've got Attack Force there with Jerry Stackhouse. We've got John Wallace and Nick Van Exel. All right. Pack number 2. This is for Angelica. LaFonso. Toby Bailey. Michael Dickerson. Stockton. Grant Hill. Michael Barron, pack number 3. Chris Mullen. Amici with Mission Accomplished. So Mission Accomplished 1 in 12 packs. Yeah. And that's Anthony Hardaway with the Suns. Maurice Taylor, Antonio McDyess. Pack 4 for Angelica. Pack 3 was Michael Barron, if I didn't say that out loud. Little stickage on that one. Isaiah Ryder, Glenn Robinson. Here's Special Forces, Stephon Marbury. Special Forces, in theory, are 1 in every 12 packs. We had quite a few in our last box. Brian Grant and Anthony Mason. So Starberry Special Forces there. Pack 5 is also Angelica. Jalen McCoy. AC Green. Here's an Anthony Mason. This is a force field parallel. Rex Chapman and Stephon Marbury. You see there, force field in the bottom in red. Right, pack 6. This is Greg. Checklist. We got Charles Oakley. We've got Theo Ratliff. Eric Williams. Hakeem Olajuwon. Antoine Jameson. Pack 7, Angelica. Sharif Abdur-Rahim. Detlef Shrimp. There's an attack force, Baron Davis. Ron Mercer. And Avery Johnson. Pack 8 is Aaron Hervey. Glenn Rice with the Lakers. Felipe Lopez. Lamont Murray. Tyrone Nesby. And Bob Sura. Next pack, pack 9, is Angelica. Tim Hardaway, Ricky Davis, Robert Traylor, Michael Doliak, and Doug Christie. Pack 10 is Greg. Leak Rose, Danny Manning. Here we have Operation Invasion, Ron Mercer. These fall 1 in every 24 packs is a base, but this is a force field. So we got Nash and Kemp. But this is the force field, so this falls 1 in every 96 packs. So cool variation there. Sharp looking card. Right, pack number 11. We've got Alan Bernatas. Let's see, Patrick Ewing is on top. Dikembe Mutombo. Sean Elliott. Jason Williams, and Larry Johnson. Pack 12 is Angelica. Checklist. Chauncey Billups, Rick Smits. Here's another Operation Invasion. This one is just the base. That's Alonzo Mourning. Scott Burl. Nick Anderson. Again, those invasions fall 1 in every 24 packs. So, right, this is pack number 13 for Taylor. Dean Garrett. Lazaro Burrell. Mission accomplished. Elton Brand. I don't know if Elton Brand quite accomplished the mission. Big Country and Jason Kidd. Next pack. Is pack 14 for Matthew Connor. We got Charles Outlaw, Antoine Walker. Oh, Special Forces, Kobe. Nice card there. And then a Kobe base. With Danielle Marshall on the back. So, always hard to complain about a Kobe, especially an insert. So, nice hit there for you, Matthew. Pack 15. Jason Shepard. Got the Hardaway. Jaheed White. Hey, there's another force field. This one is the attack force insert. Jonathan Bender. The attack force there. Force field variation falls 1 per box. Chris Childs, Del Curry. And Jason's got the next pack as well, pack 16. We've got Othello Harrington, Sir Charles Barkley, force field of Jamie Fike, with Byron Russell and Clarence Weatherspoon. Okay, so pack 17 is next. That one's Greg. P.J. Brown, Chris Herron, Vince Cotta, Michael Curry, and Rick Fox. Patrick Sturgeon is 18. We got Loy Vaught, Jim Jackson, Dirk, Wesley Person, and Lindsey Hunter. Pack 19, Tony Kuda. Jeff Hornacek, Kevin Willis. Here we've got Air Force 1-5. These fall one per box. Little embossing. Sharp looking cards. Al Harrington, Rodney Rogers. Okay, pack 20. So just 5 more to go. Patrick Sturgeon. KG. Tracy Murray. Oh, that's a nice little card. Force field of mission accomplished insert Kevin Garnett. Bobby Jackson and Sean Bradley. So force fields of the mission accomplished occur every other box. So beating the odds there. Okay, then Greg Ritzer gets pack 21. Chucky Atkins, Alonzo Mourning, Chris Mills, Greg Ostertag, and Chris Webber. '22 is Greg as well. Juwan Howard, Brent Barry, Mario Ellie, Cedric Henderson, and Jamie Fike. 23 is Greg. Nearing the end of the box. Got any goodies lurking in here? We got John Starks, Keon Clark, attack force of Steve Francis, Ron Harper, and Avitas Sabonis. All right, see if we get any last pack magic here. Mark Carlson. Good luck. Troy Hudson. Gugliotta. Elton Brand. So it's a decent little hit. Would have been better if he had panned out, you know, Vlade Divac, Daryl Armstrong, wrapping up the pack, but Brand was, I mean, it's like the card you wanted to hit back in 1999. Serial numbered, all the rookies serial numbered to 1600 in the Fleer Force. So, cool little hit. Not a bad way to wrap up the box for you, Mark. And no goodies hiding. All right, let me shift the view back really quick. Just take a quick peek at the calendar. Again, got oops, wrong link. Upcoming breaks. Okay, we did that. We did that. We threw in a 58 football to go with it. I haven't updated these. I'm still waiting on a couple of. I'm still waiting on a grading order for the 69 Topps baseball. I really thought it'd be back, but alas, it is not. So we're going to bump the 53 Topps baseball forward. And if 69 Topps still takes too long, we might end up bumping 63 Topps forward because I've got both of those on hand and ready, not waiting on any cards to come back from grading for them. Well, it's kind of true. I've got a Pete Rose in my grading order, but I have another one that I can put in this set while I wait on that. But anyways, come see me at the National for sure. Friday, Saturday. I'm not totally committed to Sunday yet. I'm gonna just get a feel for how things are going before I commit, and then look for that 53 Topps to be available on Friday during the National. I'll make it available, and then I'll probably keep the 69 Topps basketball set with the baseball. I kind of want to do those together, so I'll find another break to pair with the 53 Topps baseball. You'll see some more 58 auto spots worked into all the breaks coming up for the rest of the month as we try to work those out, because this is a really cool set. Again, get in on this auto break at the $120 price. All right, that's all I got, folks. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you buying in. I'll get these sorted and shipped out to you over the next few days.